Hey guys, I'm sorry that I am late. I've been doing a lot of running around earlier this morning, and then I got like the last of what I needed for the house for the next couple of weeks. I did an Instacart and I'm multitasking, talking with you guys right now, and also watching my order because y'all know they can mess up some orders. And that's for the last minute stuff that I either forgot or didn't feel like going to the store to get it. So anyways, there's a lot going on, and it's so crazy because yesterday I could not sleep. Last night I was wired, and I was missing all of except for Tommy the Gossip and Kay. They were the last ones that went live, and a lot of stuff came out, and I will be putting that out today. They might go out later in the day. I have two actually videos that are gonna go out today. I've been slacking on my Macking because I've been really tired and stuff. Hopefully this weekend I'll get my rest and be rejuvenated for Monday. But there's a lot going on. It seems like there's an alliance. There is a group of people, the girls, who are really trying to rock Alvo to sleep. So, don't sleep on people who 1 minute didn't like Alvo, like Kay. Let me use her as an example. Try to get cool with Alvo, to get back at Shamar. Don't sleep, trust and believe. That whole circle is trying to get Alvo locked up. Because even though they're mad at Shamar and how he treats them or what didn't happen for them on the efforts or benefit, of Shamar, at the expense of Shamar, I should say, they still low key got an issue with, Alvo. And Alvo knows it. If he doesn't know it, he knows it from listening to my channel at least, because I know he's in the bushes of all my live streams and my pre-recorded videos to see what's being said. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's not the brightest bulb, you know what I'm saying, in the shed, and he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So he definitely knows that they're all out to get him. And again, I'm going to keep reminding you guys, remember, all these people came from Shamar's circle. So he's not going to trust these people. And that's why it's easy for him to be reading people for filth that are black women, because he does not really have any respect for any of these women, because of the simple fact he knows that these people have came from the sector of being followers, whether they were haters, because haters equal your success too by them watching your content. They all are, for Shamar, and he doesn't know who to trust. I don't even think that Alvo at this point should even trust, in my opinion, that chick ism. I call it ism, because around the time when Shamar's money came up missing from the front end money that he was getting to get to these bookings, Alva was telling Shamar to say that the ism took it. And then when it got back to the ism in jail, that Alvo had Shamar saying it and he was saying it, he stopped Shamar from saying it. Shamar got so used to saying that the ism stole his money, he would have to, on many of occasions, tell him to stop saying it, to the point where he did eventually stop accusing the ism. But then soon as Alvo and him broke up, he was back saying what it was and who took his money. You know what I'm saying? Or who he allowed to take his money. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on. And I think that Alvo himself made it worse, not the circle. Alvo made it worse on himself by simply not going to clear up his legal obligations. But I'm telling you, the reason why he did not was because even if he's going to sit down for a couple of months to a year, Alvo right now is popping. Let's keep it real. And if he goes and does some time, that time is time that he can't afford to waste sitting in jail, because he knows how he got the clout. And if he sits in jail what's going to happen is he's going to be forgotten about. Because remember, Shamar got a new man right now, and even though he's quiet, don't sleep on that new dude. He looks like he's ready for whatever. Like if you come at him, he gonna give you the smoke. But if you don't say nothing to him, you just keep it on a subliminal level, then he's gonna just let you talk. He ain't gonna be like chatty patty, whiny, crybaby Alvo. He gonna let you just say whatever you need to say, and he's gonna keep it moving. Hey, cutie. Let me read my comments and say hi to everybody, because I know when I first came into this live, y'all know I do it all the time. I go directly into the topic. Nobody wants to wait, anyways, for the content. So I just get directly into it, especially if I'm late. That's the least thing I can do is owe it to you guys to make sure that I just get directly into the content. Good Thursday morning. I can't wait till it's Good Friday morning, because that'll be 14 complete days on my juice cleanse. I haven't had solid food in 14 days come Friday, and that's why I can't sleep, because my stomach's empty. I'm not hungry, but I don't have any really solid foods for my digestive system to process. So I can't. I'm just not tired. I have too much energy. But there was a lot, like I said, going on last night. I heard through the grapevine. I did not see yet this video of the alleged allegations of Shamar going in on Tommy, but I did hear Tommy when he was talking to Kay, and you'll probably hear it when I put that video up of their conversation. He did mention that I guess the dude had some words for him. Tommy said it like in a who cares way, not like he was bringing it up like he was pressed. But so something did actually go down between Tommythegossip and the dude over Shamar. I'm not surprised at all that any of this happened. I just hope that nobody gets hurt. But that's the nature of the beast. I just hope that it works out for Shamar with this guy. Everybody's chasing the clout, and this is just the beginning of what's to come. I'm telling you. But Alvo will regret everything that he has done to Shamar. Trust and believe that, because you got to look at people who are not in the circles with the girls. When I say that, I'm talking about with Messy Doll, with K Doll, because they always got that girl. Always, Kali always got her name all up into the equation, and sometimes she responds. Is mental as she is, she doesn't always respond to everything that's said about her in the circle, but she does respond to some things. She'll flip out and then she'll keep it moving. But the girls, as an Alvo, Tommythegossip, I'm telling you right now, there's other people that have even larger influences on things that can happen or make happen. Now that Shamar is not with Alvo, it's like a green light for everybody from everywhere to rock Alvo to sleep. So it's dangerous. It's dangerous because he's a one-man army. He don't got nobody that has his back. Ism, it doesn't seem like she's cool with him, and he calls her his bestie. But at the end of the day, she's not getting up into that mess. Her head is on trying to get money, whether she's taking it from a disabled person like she did Shamar, or you know what I'm saying, or she's doing, or she's getting the money, honestly, but she don't have time for all this stuff that's going on the front end with these girls here. But I'm gonna tell you who you need to watch, and I like Messy Doll. So when I say need to watch, Alva, I'm talking about you need to watch, actually. And when I say to the audience who you need to watch, I'm saying it in a good way. That's Messy Doll. Messy Doll don't talk about it. He be about it. A lot of people call him messy, but you know what? I don't call him messy. I call him someone who is not talking about it and being about it. I love the fact that he does his due diligence and he pulls up the receipts. He goes online. Maybe he even physically goes to the courts and he gets the information on the stuff that people are lying about, like Alvo. Alvo lied to his supporters that he had cleared up this matter. And you know what? That's why it's easy to tell the truth than to live in a lie, because the lie goes on and on and on, and the truth ceases and desists everything. And because of him lying, look at where he's at right now. It's not good when you have a warrant and then you mess around and pick up multiple warrants on top of warrants with other situations, because when you get in front of the judge and he's aware of that, you knew about that Shamar took his name off the bond, nobody was on your bond supervising you, you know what I'm saying, for you to be free, and you just choose, and you've had gigs in Atlanta, Georgia, and you choose not to go handle your legal obligation, and then you pick up other cases, other warrants. That's time on top of time on principle. In the state of Georgia, I really feel like they act, instead of them doing their job on a legal standpoint, they take too much stuff personal. And if you get that wrong judge on that bench, they can rock you to sleep. So like I said, karma is definitely, spinning the block. Beef tips and rice and Shavishan. What did you say? Shavine, hey. What y'all talking about food for now? She's late again. Somebody said I'm late again. Oh, okay, I get it. Let me get caught up with these messages, because I was getting confused when I was seeing that. These are messages from earlier. All right, here we go. Let's get down here. I'm woo cha. I got a whole bunch of comments here. I didn't even realize how I was way delayed. All right, we're getting there though. I'm just going down the list. Miss Davis gonna make sure we hit the like. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. I actually wasn't even thinking about the like button to say it today, because I just had so much stuff I had to do this morning, and I did it for someone that didn't get any sleep last night, and I'm really dragging. So yeah, I honestly, I'm being honest with you. I honestly did not even say this time. But yeah, thank you for reminding me. Make sure y'all support the channel and hit the like button, because I'm still gonna come through for y'all. And I'm gonna definitely make sure that this content gets out here today, regardless of what I have to do when I get off. Alvo needs to get what he deserves. He thought it was funny and fun and games. Now he sees it. Yep. Hey, Ivan June. Oh, where have you been, Ivan? I need that link. I also want to hear what your perspective is about all of what's going on. And we've been talking for months about Alvo having a warrant, and he's been lying for months about that warrant. And yeah, it came out. Hey, Toby Warner. Shamar been making bread and been out here, right? Yep. Let me see. Alvo doesn't respect himself. Not at all. Alvo is crashing out. He hates Shamar, new boy. I mean, man, in 8, believe something's. I'm telling you. Honestly, I'm a channel holder that honestly is tries to keep the peace, and I try to look at stuff in a different light. But somebody's gonna get into a physical altercation, and it's not gonna end well. I mean, even if it's just a fight, that's not ending well. If we're at that point of physically harming each other because of, you know, being jealous of the other person, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all that's about. He doesn't even respect his mother. He uses her for a place to stay. Yup, he uses everybody. He's a user and a manipulator. Alvo is. I think he said this morning, I have to look at the video. I didn't record much of it. I don't think he was even on live that long. He could have been, I don't know. But I came in on the end part of his live that he did on Instagram, and I could have swore he said he can go live on Sunday. I don't know. But he should be in a way kind of grateful that he can't go live, because that should have gave him 2 weeks to think about how he is going to get back on that platform and act like he got some sense, because he does not have Shamar no more to piggyback off of. Shamar already got his own burdens with the new boyfriend, because I don't really think that the new boyfriend came to the table with no money. If he had to sit there and wait for a refund, I think on a flight that the Shamar's new boyfriend had booked, he had to wait for that money to come back before he left. Why couldn't he just come then and just wait for the refund to be refunded on your card from where Shamar lives? But he may have not had the money, so he had to wait for it to be refunded back. So I just really hope that Shamar and the dude, they seem to have some sort of chemistry. Now, if it's a made up chemistry, I don't know. I'm not gonna guess. I just want to wish the best for Shamar in the relationship. But I already know it's gonna be nothing but drama, because everyone around him is gonna try to sabotage that. Now we already know that Alvo is already like, I really wish I would have stayed longer. He really wants Shamar back, Alvo does. And I kept telling you guys that, and y'all were like, nah, nah, nah. Elvo's doing his own thing. I was like, all right. So y'all are seeing it now. Alvo's full of drama and lies and jealousy. Yup. Yup, Misha. Yup. Yup. And that's what's so sad. Alvo really has a deep root hate for Tommy. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. And this is what I want to say to you. So last night, when I was listening to some lives, I was just so tired. So I was literally listening to lives that I should have been recording. But my mind just was so tired mentally. I was realizing I wasn't recording what I was listening to, and I just was looking on, literally on these lives, and I wasn't recording them. I was so tired. But I was hearing conversations among the groups, with Kay, Tommythegossip, earlier with Messy Doll, you know what I'm saying, Shamar. Now Shamar's boyfriend inserted himself in the mess. But let me just say this to you. Um, it's crazy because 1 minute Alvo will try to play it off just for his benefit. He'll act like, he's cool with Tommy, or wouldn't mind being cool with Tommy, or he tries to talk good on Tommy, when he's really pissed at Shamar, or towards the end when he knew that it wasn't going to be no more Alvo and Shamar anymore. Now he wants to flip flop back over and say good things about Tommy, but then in the same breath he's dragging Tommy, and then trying to use himself as a victim, saying Tommy made him do the unthinkable things to him because he had nowhere to live. Now, those are like allegations you shouldn't even be putting out here in the universe about somebody, because you can really character assassinate people. But at the same token, I'd be side eyeing the allegations that Alvo be putting on people that make people look bad. People will sit around and do the same thing. 1 minute they ain't cool with Alvo, and then soon as something pops off with Shamar and they get mad at Shamar, now all of a sudden they cool with Alvo and talking good on Alvo and saying how Alvo did do a lot for Shamar. It's like, pick a side and stay on it, because all you're doing is telling us who you really are. Because I don't care if Shamar pisses me off right now. I'm not gonna go flip flop over to Alvo's side, or Tommythegossip side. You know what I'm saying? Or Kylie's side, and be like, yo, yeah, I can't stand Shamar. So like trying to like build an alliance on him now. I don't do that. If me and Shamar ain't cool no more, we can't be cordial. You go your way, I go mine. Nobody even has to know we had a fallout. But these kind of jokers here, man, everybody got to know everything. He kind of brought it on himself at this point. Stole from Shamar and himself. Don't trust her. It's crazy. It's a lot of flip flopping. So last night the big topic was how Alvo's going to jail, and he messed it up for himself, because not only did he run from that one situation that he had, but he gave his enemies time to put him in two more situations with 2 more warrants. So he's not the brightest bulb on the tree. Shamar will never really grow until he takes his meds and leave bum men alone. You said until he takes his meds. I didn't even know Shamar took meds. I love you too, North Side. I believe that as well. Alvo and the rest of them, oh boy, alone. They don't want no smoke. Yep. Tommy said, women said him and Tommy kind of admitted. He said Alvo fell asleep and continued with the drunk person. Yeah, I don't know. It just don't make no sense. None of it makes no sense and stuff. It's a lot of flip flopping, and that's why if you guys are in a circle together, y'all know each other, y'all used to be friends at one upon a time, and don't be up here talking about who is real and who's not real, because to me there's a lot of flip flopping. It's like stay on one side or the other, because it's starting to make you look like, I love your channel, but I feel like you're an Alvo hate page because of what he did to Shamar. But I mean, you're wrong about that, Monique, and I'm not going to discuss that with you because at the end of the day, I'm a grown woman and I don't have to. I didn't even have to express that I don't care for me personally because. And if you knew what you were talking about, Monique, you would know I don't like him because I don't like the way he disrespects a black woman in the community by dragging them for filth by his reads. And he does it because other black women that are followers to him, because they're sick, they pay him money to disrespect another black woman. Okay, so you're wrong, but I'm gonna let you stay in here. But you're wrong, and I hate when people start off with this fake "I love your channel," right, just to get you to read their message. But it ain't but nothing. If you don't like that, I don't like Alvo, get missing. The world is too big for me to think shallow. Oh, if I lose Monique, I won't have no one to watch or listen to me. No, you're not the only one in the world, and you will not be missed. I wouldn't even know you if I walked past you in the street. So your opinion doesn't mean nothing to me. It's like dust. Poof, be gone, girl. Shamar's little boy is already, and you see how I read you down? I didn't use one profanity. You need to work on your boy Alvo and tell him that he can read somebody down without cussing and carrying on or using controversial words to get videos and channels taken down. That's what you need to focus on if you're a supporter of Monique, of Alvo. You need to groom him because he's rough around the edges and he's going to rock his own self to sleep with his big mouth and his butter yellow teeth. Shamar's little boy is already steering trouble with his mouth. Yeah, already. You already know. Alvo beat Shamar at his own game. Alvo, be quiet. I was going to say something else. Tommy says he is going to members only starting today. People aren't going to want to be forced to pay. Well, yeah, a lot of people say that. Like I said, I love Tommythegossip. I don't know him in real life, but I love him because he makes me laugh. I love anyone that makes me laugh. However, when people do say I'm only going to members only and stuff, yeah, that doesn't work out. You have to have a really large platform. Let's say at least 100,000, 150,000, 200,000 subscribers, and those people have to really be loyal. And sometimes when you get supporters in sectors like this, and it comes from this kind of content, you don't know, you don't really have people that are loyal because they flip flop. 1 minute they're cool with you, then as soon as you say something that they don't like, they're over there being cool with the other content creator. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of people are not guaranteed people to be doing members only, thinking that you're going to get paid off of just members only. If anything, he'll lose. So, and he'll start to see that the revenue is not going to come in the way he wants it to come in, and trust and believe that'll be a thing of the past, that thought of doing members only. You gotta build that members only. Not maybe he might have a substantial amount of people that are members, but still you gotta build that membership group. You know what I'm saying? To a certain amount in order to be able to live off of just doing members only content. Let the boy be. Some have so much to say, but are in turmoil themselves. He'll figure it out one day, just like some of us. Well, I'm gonna say what I have to say, cause see, sometimes I think that people are just pocket watching. It's not that you really care that I'm talking about Alvo. You're just worried about pocket watching, and you know that I'm up here doing my thing, and you don't like it. Bottom line, I'm gonna tell you, because first and foremost, I'm no different than any other. Like, what is one of my favorite content creators, and they're not in this sector. Um, I can't think of her name right now, but you don't say nothing, and she probably wouldn't even respond to you. She's got millions of subscribers, and she just does her commentary and keeps it moving. But you wouldn't even be acknowledged if you gave your opinion on leaving somebody alone. I'm a grown woman. Ain't nobody gonna tell me when to stop talking about somebody, but it's okay for Alvo to sit there whenever he wants to get in his feelings and say what he wants to say. That's what I mean. I was just talking about the members only. I don't want to see Tommythegossip crash yourself, because some of these people, I'm saying 1%, you're not loyal people. I'm not saying everyone. Not the 99%, the 1%. You feel what I'm saying? And you're not reliable. So, this is not the sector to be trying to do members only, because people's honor to you ain't always real. It ain't always solid. So let me see. Why is everything always about? Because it's my channel, and that's what's popping right now. Get your own channel. If you could do a channel, sis, you wouldn't even be on my channel. And if you would be on my channel, you'll be just like the other people in the sector, in the bushes, trying to write down lessons on how to grow your channel, where people are selling classes on how to grow your YouTube channel. You got all these channels coming out the woodwork. Now they want to do Shamar and Alvo content. All these little channels. You can't get rid of them if you wanted to. And they come over here and listen in the bushes when I be given the game. Even though the game is supposed to be sold, not told, I give it, because I don't have that enslaved mentality. But I don't care how you feel. Stay out of your feelings, because I'm going to continue to talk about whoever I want. As long as I follow the guidelines of YouTube, I'm going to continue on my platform to talk about what I want. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch me. And that's too bad, because I don't really care about what you think. And now that I'm telling you I don't care about what you think, maybe you should either, when you put a comment in my comment section, let it be about something else, or you just remove yourself, because I don't care what your opinion is. Did y'all see how Messy Doll threatened Alvo with recording, and Alvo left the link? And you know what though? I see a lot of stuff, but come on, we're talking about Alvo, who he can't hold water. Alvo is not no victim. Alvo will sit there and go on a rampage on everybody, and 9 times out of 10 is his own kind. Even his own mother, he runs business. And don't nobody say nothing. And as soon as somebody comes after Alvo, he wants to be a crybaby. Hey, Bobby. Who's going to pay him to continue his rant on Shamar and Alvo? Well, some would, but ain't no way. People are crazy. Hey, Carrie. It says they look like Revenge of the Nerds. Oh God, the LBT edition. Oh, you're talking about how the thumbnail looks. Yeah, I could think about that. That makes sense what you said, Carrie. Sabine's not food. It's your mod. Oh, my mod. Okay. I'm about to give you the link, Ivan, because I want to hear in person what you think about what's going on now. And I know you probably got some tea for us. Cutie pie, I ain't playing either. He was cursing people out for not paying for Twitch. Ain't nobody gonna pay for content. He's afraid of being banned. Shoot. Some of these people are crazy. Okay, it says, I have been here, LOL. I've been watching your videos and then I miss your lives while watching your other videos, LOL. I got mad. Ivan, that's okay. You know I put a lot of stuff out. I'm gonna put the link in the because I want to hear like if you could fill us in on some stuff that's going on the back end with this whole mess with these people. So I'm gonna give you the link and you can share with us what you know that's popping off. And also I want to hear your insight on Alvo. That's the big topic. He's the one running around here with the warrants. So that's why I'm asking you. And I know that you know a lot of stuff that be going down on the back end. So I put the link inside the description. If you would like to come up, you don't have to. I know you be busy. Alvo says Shamar's new boo got on his clothes. Yeah, I heard that too. Can you name one thing Alvo has done for the better of anyone else or even himself? Thank you. Ivan, you need to come up here. Matter of fact, you need to say that where they can hear you. I don't think she can. She's probably a paymaster. She's definitely, Monique is a paymaster. It says like, come on, stop that. Cutie pie, he really scared. I don't like Alvo, but Tommy did a lot of what Alvo said. We all saw it play out. Tommy did tell him if he wanted a place to stay, he had to. Well, he shouldn't have stayed there. He still was old enough to know better. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm sitting here trying to look for my Instacart. Make sure nothing goes wrong because these people get lazy. They want their tips and all that other incentives, but they don't want to deliver your food correctly. You know what I'm saying? Shamar new man get a check too. Probably, probably so. You ain't never lied. Probably so. I don't know. Oh, y'all deleted my comment. Shamar getting his comment. Ain't nobody deleted no comment over here. I don't no comment over here. I said comma. Yeah, make sure y'all like the live. Thank you, Bobby. Matter of fact, let me see where them likes are at now. 80. Let's try to get them up to 200, guys. Let's try to get them up to 200. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get ugly because they're too invested in Shamar's life to worry about themselves, and it may get physical. I hope not, but the way it's going, yeah, it's definitely gonna. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. A lot of people like to sugarcoat stuff. It's definitely gonna get worse before it get better. It's gonna probably be some physical altercations, some crazy stuff people shouldn't be doing, like even beyond doxing, going to people's spots. Just I don't know, stuff that can just really get you in a jam. I'm telling you. Y'all know I be trying to keep it as honest as I can. It says your comments were removed for directing at Miss Davis. This is comments. Yeah, she's all over the place. I'm at this point of ignoring her because I don't have time for the retardedness in people. She's probably a paymaster. Stacey Wilson ain't nobody hating on Alvo. He's hating on himself. Exactly. Because if he knew better, he would do better. Simple as that. He wants Tommy. It's okay when because as soon as he goes back on his YouTube platform, it's going to be okay for people to see him cussing out black women again and somebody sending him a cash app, and then as soon as he sees that first little taste of the money for that morning, he's going to just continue to go in on everyone that says the wrong thing to him. But you're going to sit there and defend this clown, please. And that's just crazy. Ivan, are you coming up on the platform? Cause I'm gonna you feel me? So bye. Just wanted to, what it says. Bye. Just want to subscribe to say what I wanted. Thank you, Stacy. Oh, there you go. There's my Ivan. What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, hey. When I seen you, you put a big smile on my face. I said, hold up. Number one, I said, where has my baby been? And number
I'm
two,
sorry.
I know that you got the inside. So I said, I want to hear something probably we don't know. And also I want to hear from you. How is it looking for Alvo? Now we know for sure he got a warrant. And
Oh yeah.
then people are putting more warrants on him. And you know how
Right.
that's why they always say when you have a warrant, you should always just go clean it up. Because if you get in trouble and got a warrant already and they have to take you in, the judge don't like seeing that.
Right.
That's like a disrespect to the courts.
Right. Well, first of all, Shamar's been out of town. He's been in Tampa. So there hasn't been stuff going on here in Atlanta. However, with his booking, it was shown that he only got paid $500 for that booking. However, the correct information was Shamar received a total of $4,000 for that booking, but he didn't show. So the promoter was like, no, it was first $3,000, then it was 1,000, and then they closed them out at 500. So that's a total of $4,500 for that booking.
Right.
And apparently it didn't go too well. Barely know. I mean, people in Tampa is not feeling Shamar. Tampa is a whole total different vibe than many places of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like who? Nobody really cares about Shamar in Tampa. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Yeah, I know you always do. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then you got Shamar's diaper mouth. I call him diaper mouth. um, all that talk that he's doing, and when you talk to the internet like you tough and you about that life, especially here in Atlanta, you know, people gonna pull up. They will pull up and they will hunt you down and they're gonna see if you about that life. And and it has nothing to do with your orientation. It's just that mouth. You
Right.
know, there's people out here that they they live for a scrubble. They live for fisticuffs.
Yeah,
And
yep.
if
I get it.
and if you just and then the thing is, you're not even from Atlanta, so you out here bad mouthing talking bad about Atlanta. I mean, some of these dudes, they do love Atlanta. They take it to heart, and they're gonna show you what's up.
Well, he got to be careful and stuff. And he just met this new dude and stuff. And, we don't know how, like, if something pops off, with Shema, is he going to have his back, so he doesn't get hurt?
Right.
Or is he
Oh,
just there for the clout?
I forgot. I want to say hello, everybody. We went straight into the questions. Mods, chat, everybody. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Yes. No, it was my fault because I'm the one like, hold up. I want to know where you been. Then I want to know what your opinion is on what's going on with Alvo. Is he really in trouble? Da, 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 whatever. Because
Yeah,
I
I've
know
been
that you
here.
would know.
I've been here. I've been mostly on your premieres, modding. But every time I am watching past video, you're live, and then I finish your video, and then your live is done, and I'm like, man, I missed it. And I get so upset.
You ain't gonna
But
listen. You ain't gonna catch all of them. That's just how it be.
yeah. So Alvo, man, Alvo, I personally find it really hard. How can someone really like Alvo? You know,
Right, right,
my personal opinion, looking at everything that he has produced, there has been really nothing of value. And I will say this, you have defended him when he was talking about the situation with Kay and Shamar, and he started spilling the actual truth. And you
right,
did defend him on that. And I back that up because I know the truth. I know the real,
right.
so that was truthful. However, Alvo is in it for himself.
Right, but
But
I was about to say he's not loyal. So because he doesn't have a loyal bone in his body, he'll forget that. You feel what I'm saying? And he'll flip.
right, right. Well, he's in it for himself. Whatever's going to benefit himself. The thing is that he doesn't have the strategy for the long term game and play 3D chess and win for himself.
Right.
It's like after a week or two passes by, we figure it out, we discover, we see the lies, and with so many, how can you like someone that's constantly lying?
All the time. Just like he was lying to his supporters. I already cleared that up talking about the warrant. Going to court and all that. He never even went to the court date. The court date was April 17th.
I
Why would
was
you lie about that?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I was saying this from the get go and for the very beginning that he never cleared it up. He never went to court. It's still ongoing. I've been saying this from the very beginning, and a
Never.
lot of people believed
We
him.
also try to call. Well, I try to call and was getting the runaround, so we
Yeah.
wasn't like sure of it. But then it started coming out. Now it's all the way out. Yeah, he
Well,
definitely.
I looked at the docket, and he didn't show up on the docket.
This
So
is set on
y-
the 7th for the 17th of this month, right?
that was that one, and the one before that. I looked
So he
at the
got two
docket.
warrants, and then he got two warrants from one that Shamar took out on him just recently, and LaShawn took one out on him.
Right. And then because of bail jumping,
I seen the spider.
um for bail jumping they automatically put a warrant, but they also put a court date if he wants to come to court. So that should be coming up pretty
But right,
soon.
but LaShawn was saying because I be catching him all the time because sometimes I can't sleep and he be up at weird hours in the night. He tried to make a joke at the beginning of the live. He said Alvo got 5 warrants. Then he says, "Let me start playing." But no, he don't got 5. He got 4 because he got one from you. LaShawn said he took one out on him. And I guess he didn't show up for court because you can't just go into the clerk's office and put a warrant on somebody. You have to get a signed court date, and if you don't show up for the court date, that's when you get a warrant. So
Right.
I guess when LaShawn and Shamar put warrants on him, that's 2 warrants. He didn't show up for the court date, so he got 2 warrants from them separately. Plus, when he
Separately.
didn't show up just recently to the bond hearing thing. And then you
Right.
talk about another one prior to the bond hearing, which because the bond hearing was the 17th. That's recently. He has 4
Right.
warrants.
Correct.
Yeah, so
That's
LaShawn was
correct.
being funny when he said 5, but he got 4. He could have said
He's
4
got
and
4.
it didn't have to be funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot.
It is the internet after all.
Yeah, it is.
um
But wow.
you know
That's crazy.
and and Alvo, the thing is that Alvo is going to wreck himself really bad, especially with viewers and social media. As more of the truth keeps coming out. I mean, you know what? There are such people as a slow bus. They're on that slow
You're
bus,
right.
and they may.
I've been keep talking. I gotta go see where this thing my delivery's at. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. And people may still support Alvo because they're just stuck on that slow bus. We can't hate them, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Chad? I'm gonna read some of y'all's comments. I'm gonna vibe with y'all here. Oh, I can't see them. That's right. Miss Davis is not here. But all right, we'll ride this out. Um, not Alvo, Shamar's boyfriend. He's a character, isn't he? He's coming in here being all tough, and he think he's gonna defend Shamar against the internet. Um, I've rarely seen anybody win against the internet. Rarely, very rarely. So we're gonna see how this plays out, y'all. Oh, I can't wait to see the train wreck. This summer is gonna be so fire with just the craziness because everybody's gonna come out to the club. Everybody's gonna go to downtown. Everybody's gonna be running into each other, and the only option, that Shamar and his boyfriend and Alvo have is, they remain very low key and stay in hiding. But that's going to be very hard to do in the summertime. So we're going to see all the mouth, all the talk, and all the cameras and cell phone cameras and see what comes out from all that mess. I definitely appreciate y'all being here. Um, oh yeah, and LaShawn, I kind of question LaShawn's
I'm back.
true friendship with Shamar.
I question it too. I don't know if you've been listening because I know you may not be always physically in here because you miss it. But I've been saying that from day one. I don't trust that LaShawn thing in Shamar. I got a
Right.
bad feeling about it. I know you hear it because you don't miss nothing. And I've
Yeah.
been saying that's one thing I have to agree with you on. LaShawn, I don't know about how tight and a friend to LaShawn is. I just have a feeling he gonna end up switching on him. It's gonna be over the littlest thing. When he feels that he's at a certain point where people are gonna listen to him, like how they're doing Alvo, where they just will gravitate to his platform and start like tuning in and subscribing so he can get views and then monetize it. It just seems like they're all from a distance. They all were from a distance watching what Alvo was doing, and they're trying to duplicate it. And I also hope that the boyfriend is not doing this.
Well, and I'm gonna get to that comment from Tonika there. Um, Alvo came in to Shamar's spotlight, and it was immediate drama. And yeah, he's gotten away from it. And I think that others are seeing that, okay, if I just stir and create unnecessary drama, people are going to leech on over to me. And
Right.
that's exactly what LaShawn and Diaper Mouth, Shamar's boyfriend, they're doing the same exact thing
Wait a minute, back
starting.
up. Who's diaper mouth?
I call Shamar's boyfriend Diaper Mouth.
Why? Tell me why, so I know at least what that really means.
Well, first of all, I mean, he's got like his whole top front grill is like not there. Um,
No, I thought he had
yeah.
teeth on the top.
Um, there's
No,
something wrong
seriously. Are
there.
you? Maybe it's the way his lip looks. Maybe he does have teeth on the top.
He was sucking that thumb until he was 10 years old. That's why I
Oh,
call
that's
him
his
Diaper
teacup.
Mouth.
Okay, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Ooh, you bad. But go ahead and talk. I'm listening.
um, and so the both of them are just bringing this drama, and as much as Diaper Mouth said, oh, I don't want no clout, I don't want no following, I don't want to be in the spotlight. Well, he sure is running all that mouth, being on camera. Come
Yeah,
on now, let's keep it real.
he only been around for like 3 days, 4 days.
Right.
And he's getting into arguments with Tommy the Gossip. That's what I heard. But I say allegedly because I ain't seen the footage. There
Right.
was a video that somebody put up, somebody thirsty, a channel I didn't even know, like they just popped up out of nowhere. And I guess they figure, oh, I got some views to a video. So now they're not being cautious. They put up a video being stupid, and then I guess YouTube took it down because they
Right.
they must have been recording the argument back and forth between the boyfriend and Tommy the Gossip, and it was probably nothing but cussing, and you can only imagine how vulgar that video was if it wasn't edited.
Yeah, that stuff need to be stay on Big O. You know what I'm saying? That
That's what
stuff
I'm
is
saying. It
not for
needs to stay on
YouTube.
Big Go. You are so right.
That stuff is not for
And
YouTube,
people
and it
don't get it that YouTube is not where you cuss carry on. Even if you're not, even if you're cussing, but it's just because that's you just cuss. You can't just be cussing. Period. It's that you shouldn't
right,
cuss when you're mad, or even if you're laughing and joking and you're in a good mood and you like to use cuss words. YouTube is not the platform for profanity. It breaks the community guidelines. That's one of the community guidelines of YouTube. Cussing.
right,
And
right,
people just do it. Like it's
right,
like they're slow or something.
right.
I don't
You
get it.
know,
And then they want to sit there because, now they're all messed up in the game, like in Elbo's case, and then say, oh, SL Davis was the one that got my video taken down. SL Davis was the one that got my channel taken down. But see, that's why, like I said, I have nothing against none of the girls. All right. I don't really care for Elvo, but I don't hate him. But that's why I respect Messy Dog, because he straight up said, because I guess he said no, 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 no. So SL Davis ain't taking no credit for this. I did that. So he cleaned it up. Not that I cared if he cleaned it up or not, because I'm grown. And I ain't got to
right.
explain myself to nobody. I don't put my business out here. So it's not like I have to clean up anything, like I'm out here doing commentary and telling you what my husband's doing when he makes me mad. No, I don't put my business out here. When you put people in
Well,
your business, they stay in your business.
well, you know what? I watch Messy Doll
Big
here and
fuck.
there. And big shout out to Messy Doll. Um, Regardless if you like him or don't like him, Messy Doll actually puts things in proper perspective. He's
Exactly.
very
That's why I give a
honest.
shout out too. I've been doing this since, he's like just popped up doing what he's doing. He does his due diligence on whatever he gonna sit there and say something about somebody. He don't just
Yeah,
put something out there and we're like, we know you know these people in real life, but where is the receipts? He don't play. He don't give
yeah,
you a chance to say you're lying. He be
right,
pulling up receipts on it.
right,
And
right,
that's the way you do it.
right.
Whether you want to call him messy or not, he's professional with it, because you can't put something out even if you know it's the truth unless you show proof, because that is considered character assassinating somebody.
I don't think he's weak. Oh, I couldn't catch it.
Huh?
I was trying to catch that comment.
Which comment?
Um, Go back three. I
Go
don't
ahead.
think he's weak. I think he's wanting for someone to do the things they were doing to Shamar before he got there. Kind of reiterate that to Marion.
Right. But
Yeah, kind of
what did
reiterate
she
that a
trying to
little
say?
bit.
What she talking about? She don't think the new boyfriend's weak? I'm confused.
Yeah, kind of radiate that a little bit. Um, and all this money counting, uh, you know, flaunting and all that stuff. Let's keep it real. Alvo is on the verge of totally crashing out financially.
Yep.
Shamar is on the same track because he's already fighting with this promoter. Um, and from what I understand, there was a no show at a booking over in Tampa, and
He said
Shamar
because they
said
didn't give him his money or something.
he didn't give him his money. You know, hello, promoters, hello, club owners, hello. Uh, Shamar is giving all y'all a hard time. Why do y'all keep booking him?
I
I
don't get
don't
it. That's
understand.
what I always say too. That's why I say I don't even be wanting to hear it when I hear, oh, this club promoter. Why do you, if you see what he's doing to other people, why do you keep doing it?
Right. Okay, I give it to Shamar. He had one song, it broke out, it was nice, but right now it's a one-hit wonder. There's nothing that's been spectacular after that when it comes to Shamar. Why are you guys still booking him? Why are you guys still sending him money? And it's been what, a year and a half, 2 years of just constant problems with booking with Shamar, except for when he was with Kay. When Shamar was with Kay,
It
Shamar
was
was there.
she had it organized. Like even his hair and his wardrobe, everything was on up to point, up to par. I
Right.
mean,
Except for
I
with
have to
K.
admit to that.
But without K, there's constantly problems with booking. Why are you
But see,
promoters?
K fights for him. That's why it's no problems with bookings. She like
Right,
fights for Shamar like she would if it was her own booking.
right,
Because she knows that she has to play that manager role. You can't
right,
just say you're a manager, but you're not playing the role. She
right,
plays the role. That's why she gets really emotionally like she's supposed to attached to when people are trying to do messed up stuff to Shema. She knows
right.
that Shema might not figure it out, but she sees what they're doing. So she speaks on it and she addresses it. And I like that. I like that at the
I
time about
mean,
her.
you know that metaphor, screw me once, shame on you, screw me twice, shame
On
on me, but
yourself.
there won't be a third one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And these they keep booking. What is hot about Shamar? He stays in the only reason why he stays relevant is because he stays in drama. And when nobody is paying attention to him, he will jump to this person's live, that person's live, this person's YouTube, and then he'll say something crazy, and that's gonna start the
Like he
whole
does
thing all over
like he does
again.
poor Tommy the gossip. Tommy the gossip could be just sitting there doing his own thing on his own live, and Shema will just come in there.
Right. And that is
He
so
will
he
even
can be
accuse Tommy
relevant.
of talking about him, and sometimes Tommy ain't even saying nothing about him. He
Right.
may have said something about him earlier, and then he be on some other topic, and Shema will just come in there and just mess with him.
Right. I was having a conversation with an artist, and I was talking about breaking out into the industry, becoming very successful into this industry. And the conversation was about bloggers versus being live and having an agenda with legitimate people in this industry and being on camera. And my point is, yes, bloggers will help. Bloggers do spread an audience for you, but bloggers alone is not going to make you an industry breakout. It's not going to give you longevity in this business, you know. So, and we've seen it. One hit wonders come and go and they're forgotten about, and then they become broke. So let's
Right.
keep it real.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. That's why what it is. If you want to start your own portfolio, to get work or to be on a big portfolio of somebody else's, you got to know how to move out in these streets. If not, you're gonna be a one hit wonder. You're not gonna. You
Right,
gotta learn how to keep yourself relevant. And sometimes it's not. People think it's got to be about surrounding yourself or creating drama in order to be in the mix or to get to the bag. But nah, some people don't want to deal with that.
right.
Just like
I
Fenty said, he's a liability. She wants to work with him, and I'm saying she is working with him. But you don't think she's kind of like hope he doesn't go to the left? Yeah,
did
that's gonna always be in the back of her head.
did Tommy's channel get taken down?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Why? Did you go looking on there? Let me see. I don't
That's what
think.
somebody just said in the comments. I'm reading some of the comments here.
I hope not. No, his channel's not taken down. No,
Okay.
somebody's trolling.
Okay. All right.
And I hope it's not someone who's trolling because they're really low key, which is a hateful thing. Wanting that to happen. Because overall, Tommy is not a bad person. He makes me laugh. Anyone that makes me laugh, I'm good with.
Tommy is just another T commentary, and no, anybody involved is not spared the words either, just like it is here on the SL Davis show.
Right.
So, it is what it is. But yeah,
Nobody's above life's classroom.
right. I enjoy Tommy myself.
Yeah, I
Um,
enjoy him. People get mad, and I think that's why I get attacked a lot because they're like, "No, this B didn't just say she really likes Tommy and he makes her laugh." People want me to take a side. I'm not taking no side. I'm on the right.
right.
Simple as that. I'm
And
not a follower. I'm a leader.
And
Only followers have to pick a side or be forced to pick a side.
if you package this, um, so like we're here for the train wreck, we're here for the craziness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you package this with everything that Shamar has going on with the Social Security, the reporting, people reporting him. Now he's got the legal issues, you got the warrants and stuff, and then you got Alvo facing the warrants and everything. These next couple of months is going to truly um, show the damage that they have done to themselves.
Right.
And we're here for it on the SL Davis commentary show, y'all.
You already know. I'm not gonna stay on here too long because I have so much
Yeah.
stuff I have to do, and I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this next video or maybe start some of what I have to do around the house and come back to it. But I have a feeling I better get off and edit the next video and then go into what I have to do around the house because I am so I'm so about.
Well,
And then last night I didn't even sleep at all. I had like insomnia going on, so I'm
for
so
sure.
tired, but I can't even take a nap. My body won't even
Yeah.
let me take a nap.
Right. You know, Latoya, about the kids loving Shamar, what they love is they love that song. They love, that clock, that T song and everything. However, how long is that song going to be relevant? And is
Right.
he going to be able to come out with something that's going to be a major hit? And also, is Fendi's team going to continue with Shamar's antics and drama and embarrassment?
I don't
You
think that
know,
if that continues, I don't think that Findy's gonna.
right. And then when
I
it
think
comes
right
to
now she's giving them another chance, and I think she's also treading lightly with it.
treading lightly, yes. And
Right.
also when it comes to kids, nobody showed up at the Tampa event. Let's keep it real. And as people start to, adults and parents start seeing
The
the
behavior
truth,
online.
yes, the truth of Shamar. My nieces, my nephews, I'm gonna tell their parents, no, you ain't finna go and take them to see Shamar. That's not gonna be the example for the kids. So it's only a matter of time that as more comes out and the parents become more aware that Shamar is just not going to be important anymore at all.
Right. So we only can sit back and watch. But I'm about to get off. I appreciate always you coming up and giving your insight. You know, I got excited when I see you in that comment section. I said, "Oh, we gotta make him come up here."
Well,
Dang.
now that Shamar is back in Atlanta, we'll see what gets cooked up.
Well, it was last night, even though I couldn't sleep, I was so tired, which is so that's let me know how tired I was. I literally could have caught all of that stuff that was going on and recorded it. But my mind, I seen some of the action going on, on live, but I wasn't recording it. I was just literally just looking at stuff. My
Watching,
mind was
yeah,
so dead to the world.
that's all good.
It was like a force, like holding me back from just hitting the play button, record button. I just was
Right,
tired, but I couldn't go to sleep on the same, at the same time. So I woke up the next morning like you, as tired as you was, you should have snapped out of that moment you were in and just pressed the record button. But
right.
so
It's
I
all
could break
good.
down what my thoughts were of what happened. I mean, yesterday was a ish show. It was a lot going on. I'm telling you.
Ooh, okay,
I,
Burgundy, I see you. I see you with some info.
you said, do y'all remember when Messy Dog called Applebee's and reported Clue? He said there's a sissy that just ran out on the bill. He had a red pocketbook. Oh wow.
Messi don't play. Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you,
y'all.
Tris.
I appreciate y'all. Ivan, you are correct. The image he carries is not for the kids, especially when wearing down wigs, lashes, makeup, etc.
But I
Yeah,
said that too. Like, who is booking him for those kind of events? And the songs got cuss words in it.
yeah,
So I've been
yeah,
said it, maybe sometime it takes you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Maybe sometime people do hear what I'm saying from the past, but it takes for them to have to see it on their own for them to speak on it. But I've been spoke on all of what you're saying.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the great comments. Thank y'all for the love. You know, I'm trying to be here as much as I can. I am busting my tail with many artists right now.
Mhm.
But I am here. I'm forever, team SL Davis over here. So I
Thank
appreciate
you
y'all,
so
and
much.
we will catch you guys again.
Yes. So y'all stay blessed. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. I love y'all. And I will see you and talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye for now. All right, Ivan.
Bye bye, Miss
Bye
Davis.
bye, sweetie.